Hey guys, welcome back to 30 Days of Podcasting, your guide to all things podcasting from the very beginning to the very end. I'll be your guide through this whole process, guiding you from an uncomfortable newbie to a podcast that you can be proud of. So make sure that you subscribe and that you're following so you never miss an episode. Also, let's connect over at 30daysofpodcasting.com or on the socials at 30 Days of Podcast is the handle for all of those. Well, enough of that for now. Let's get to it. Today we are talking transformation. Seems odd. We've been building this foundation for the last 6 days, the last 5 days, and why are we talking transformation? We're laying a foundation for a long-term relationship between you and your audience, and that comes through trust, and it leads to transformation. People crave progress, they crave growth, they crave transformation. Nike promises that they'll make you a better athlete. Wear our shoes, wear our sports clothes, you'll be better. Amazon, they're going to transform your life by bringing you whatever you need directly to your doorstep. Google, well, they can give you anything, any piece of information in the world. They'll just give it to you. Tony Robbins, he might motivate you to greatness. All of these brands, there's a promise of transformation, something that's going to change your life. So your podcast. You're like, it's not going to change people's lives. Or maybe you're a big dreamer and you're like, it absolutely is going to change people's lives. How are you going to do that? You haven't recorded a single episode. You barely know who your audience is. So how are you supposed to transform people? You show up. You provide value and you keep showing up and you keep providing value. And over the course of time, you are going to change people's lives. If you're a business and you're trying to sell a product, it doesn't matter what it is, your podcast is going to build trust. It's going to demonstrate the value of your product so that when they buy it, their lives will be transformed. Seems simple enough. Let's say you have a comedy podcast. Does comedy podcast transform lives? Yeah, it can. Because over time, people are going to come to you when they need their spirits lifted, when they need a laugh, when they need to smile because the world is falling down around them. They need you. And they can trust you because they know your sense of humor, your comedy brand, your timing is going to make them laugh. And it's going to transform their day, their life, and maybe their world. Anything in between. If you have a TV review show, you're reviewing episodes of Lost. How's that going to change people's lives? I don't know. But you show up, you bring the value, and it will happen. One show I listen to has about 300 listeners. It's a niche. It's not a great recording setup. The hosts ramble. It's really not a great environment. But one of the hosts had a terrible corona year. And then in February, his computer had catastrophic failure, and he wasn't able to continue the show. His co-host came on and was like, hey, we're going to try to do this solo. We'll see how long we can go for. The very next weekend, the audience raised about $6,000 to buy the host a new computer, way more than he needed, so that they could continue on. Why? Well, because there was a transformation happening. Something happened in this community where these people have a home. They have a place that they can be themselves. They can be whatever they need to be where they previously had none. And there's been a transformation, a family, a community that's built. And that is what will guarantee long-term success for that show. For your show, what do you need to do? You need to show up. You need to provide the value in a way that people are going to want more. You have to be trustworthy. If by showing up, people are going to start to trust you. They'll see you. They'll recognize, hey, I know that they're going to show up for me. Every single time they will show up. They'll show up and they'll have something for me and I know what I'm going to get. And over time, that gives you the opportunity to transform their life. And for your show to accomplish your goals and fulfill your purpose, your why. So the task for today, I want you to go back to the work that you've done so far. Look at your why. Make sure that you can say your why in a simple sentence. That would be an elevator pitch. Why do you have a podcast? Well, I have a show so that this and this and this. What do you hope to accomplish with a podcast? Well, those are your goals, and you should be able to say those pretty simply too. My goals are this, this, and this. Your niche, it should be incorporated into your why or your goals. The value you provide should be incorporated into your why and your goals. Who your audience is, incorporated into your why and your goals. And their transformation. What do you hope to accomplish in your audience through your show? 30 days of podcasting. It's for new podcasters who might be uncomfortable. The goal is that you would go from an uncomfortable newbie to having a podcast that you're proud of. The value that you're getting, well, hopefully these episodes are providing some value for you on how to get from here to there. My goals for me and this show is that I show up for you for the next 30 days. The transformation, the goals, the why, it all lines up so that you have a great foundation to build on into something that is going to matter in people's lives. So go back, review your work, and get ready to show up in a big way. Tomorrow, we've got an interview with Steve Cascio from Podcast Mansfield, all about equipment. It is time to start thinking about equipment and ordering some equipment so that you are ready to go when the podcast gets there. So I will see you tomorrow, and we will talk all things equipment on 30 Days of Podcasting. Make sure you guys are subscribing so you don't miss a single episode. Go back if you haven't watched those yet, or just keep going, pick up where we are. Everything builds on the thing before it, though, so I recommend starting with the first episode and moving on. I'm trying to keep these short for you because I value your time, and I hope that you value your time with me. So I will see you next time, and we will talk all things equipment on 30 Days of Podcasting. Have a